I'm going to show you how to make this romantic red velvet style pancakes with a cream cheese glaze for this Valentine's Day. It's going to be ready in just about 30 minutes. They're so simple and a great way to tell someone that you care about them. Full recipes on the website. We'll get started quickly by recapping how to make a quick cream cheese glaze. So go ahead and grab your cream cheese and add that to a large enough bowl so you can whisk comfortably, and then add your powdered sugar, confectioner sugar right in there with some milk. Now the milk helps to thin it out until we have a nice and creamy consistency. So grab a whisk and start mixing away until you start seeing thick streaky lines just like this. That's perfect to hold the pancakes, while in another bowl we make our pancakes. So here's some flour, some cocoa powder, and the key ingredient, baking powder. Whisk that all really well. This is going to be our dry mix. Now for the wet mix, you have your milk, and then put in some eggs in there. And sugar in a lot of cases is considered a wet ingredient. I'm adding powdered sugar so that it just blends easily. Then I'm adding in some vanilla. I tend to go a bit overboard sometimes, so try to control your urges if you are like that as well. And now start bringing this wet mixture together. Mix that up really well, and then we'll add in our food coloring. That's what makes it red velvet. So add about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half. We're gonna start with that, and then when we mix it, we'll adjust later on. So it's gonna look really good, and there's gonna be no flavor, so don't worry about that if you've never had food coloring before. And now we're gonna add the wet to the dry. So grab that back and start pouring it in, and don't worry too much about lumps. It actually adds to the texture, and you don't really want to worry about working out all the lumps per se. Now you can stop here, but if you want a bit more of a pop, add a couple more drops of the red color and really just trust your judgment, mix and add. And it's really hard to give you precise measurements because I'm going through my eyes, which is then being captured through the light in the room, and then to the camera, then to your screen. So, and then add some butter. The butter helps add that sheen in the batter and in the final product, so that now we don't even need any oil to make the pancakes. So we're gonna put a bit and then put chocolate chips on top, and then put more batter to cover and protect it, so that now when we flip it, we're not burning and cooking chocolate chips, and the chocolate chips are going to be in the middle. I'm going to wait until that puffs up slightly. I always tend to lower the heat as I'm cooking the other side to make sure it's cooked all the way through, and then turn the heat back up to about medium. And a hot tip for everybody who struggles to flip pancakes perfectly, grab a fish spatula. There's nothing better than that thin metal flipping it for you. Makes your life so easy. Now pancakes like these make me want to sometimes not even have regular old pancakes. But tell me, what's your favorite pancake, and would you even consider picking something that's special just like this? And you know exactly what's making this so special is that popping beautiful color, the reds, the whites, and that cream cheese glaze. Be generous with it as you spread it. Don't go all the way to the edges. Just make a nice thick layer, maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons. Leave a bit of space at the rim because the top pancakes will start to push that down as you continue to make your stack. Now, once you get to the top one, try to get that one a bit prettier, and then you can finish it by shaving some dark chocolate right over the top. And you can use a grater if you want, a regular peeler. Just make it look nice, like one of those black forest cakes, one of my favorites. So I hope that you all learned something new that you can do with pancakes. And I want you to share this recipe with somebody who's been craving red velvet cake and somebody who wants red on Valentine's Day. So if you want more wet velvet goodness, check out my red velvet latte. Bye all.